Former US President Donald Trump has blasted the judge overseeing his hush money trial after he was refused the right to publicly attack
Trump's disdain for judges has been known for some time, but his recent actions have taken things to a new extreme. Following the conclusion of his hush money trial, he stormed out of the courtroom and began hurling insults at the judge. It appears as though he has reached a new level of disrespect. This time, there may be serious repercussions, as Judge Merchan is unlikely to let him get away with it.
The judge is corrupt. He's a corrupt judge. This judge, what he did, and what his ruling was, is a disgrace. Everybody saw what happened today. He's a corrupt judge, and he's totally conflicted.
As time goes by, Trump continues to intensify his criticisms of the judge presiding over the hush money case. The atmosphere is becoming increasingly fraught, and it seems like everyone is anticipating an explosion. It's important to remember that this situation hasn't been easy from the beginning. Trump has been stirring up problems since the outset. Judge Merchan is seeking a just and lawful trial for Trump, but the president's thoughtlessness and harshness are obviously starting to wear on him. Who knows when his patience, which is greater than most of ours, will be exhausted.
The absolutely unconstitutional gag order, where I'm essentially not allowed to talk to you about anything meaningful that's going on in the case, and many good things are going on with the case. It shouldn't have been filed.
In anticipation of the criminal trial, Judge Merchan issued a gag order to prevent Trump from making any public statements regarding potential witnesses or jurors, as well as the topics we previously mentioned. Although most defendants follow these orders out of respect for the law or fear of consequences, Trump has disregarded them completely. He has been making numerous comments lately about Daniels, his former lawyer Cohen, jurors, judges, and anyone else around him.
He's taken away my constitutional right to speak. I was in Miami this weekend, and reporters are asking me questions, the same questions like you're asking me, and I have to say I have a gag order, I can't speak about it. Never happened before, ever. Number one. Number two, it's a fake trial. They have no case, and it's been absolutely proven now. They have no case whatsoever. This is Alvin Bragg doing it for political reasons.
Things have come to a head lately as Donald Trump, the former president, has been accused by prosecutors of breaking a court order put in place by Judge Juan Merchan. The prosecutors claim that Trump's verbal attacks were a clear and intentional breach of the order, leading to a new hearing on the matter.
I have to watch every word I tell you people. You ask me a question, a simple question, I'd like to give it, but I can't talk about it. Because this judge has given me a gag order and say you'll go to jail if you violate it. And frankly, you know what? Our Constitution is much more important than jail. It's not even...
Thus far, Trump has been caught violating the gag order a staggering 10 times. While there's no official leaderboard for such infractions, it appears that Trump is currently in the lead. Let's hope that's the only win he gets this year. Each time he breaks the order, Trump must pay a fine of $1,000. This may not seem like much, but given the sheer volume of posts he's making on Truth Social, where nearly every one of them either contains falsehoods or violates the law, the total amount could become quite substantial. Judge Merchan has warned Trump that these financial penalties are only the beginning. If he doesn't wise up, he may end up incarcerated.
And the only other option is jail time. He could give Trump up to 30 days in jail, and he has now said that this is very much on the table. He sees that $1,000 fines are not enough of a deterrent, and so if the prosecution asks and this continues, it seems very real that Trump could receive jail time for future.
In this case, Trump is intentionally violating the gag order in various ways to shift the court's attention away from the hush money issue and towards his actions. This is his ploy. By continuously breaking the gag order, he will cause the judge to repeatedly address it, prolonging the case and causing everyone to become disinterested in the ongoing discussion. Ultimately, people will lose interest in the case.
Now that the gag order hearing is over, they can get back to focusing on the actual trial, right?
Unfortunately, no, because during the gag order hearing, Donald Trump made a jerk-off motion. So they needed a gag order hearing to see if that violated the gag order before they could get back to the first gag order.
The primary reason for Trump's delay tactics is the upcoming elections. He fears that being convicted during the campaign would completely destroy his chances of winning the presidency. Consequently, he is doing everything in his power to prolong the process until after the elections. Trump seems to believe that as president, he will have complete immunity and will be untouchable. He is even willing to violate gag orders to get his way, which is why the case appears to be in its current state.
After that, it's all set.
No, because during that gag order hearing, the judge heard Trump saying, "I'm Judge Peepee Head." And when the judge asked, "Did you just call me Judge Peepee Head?" Trump said he was just rehearsing for a community theater production where he plays a judge named Peepee Head. So then they had to have a hearing.
The judge is keeping a tight rein on Trump in this trial and treating him very harshly. Trump has been repeatedly humiliated in court, but he only has himself to blame. Throughout the trial, the former president has complained incessantly, even crying like a child about feeling cold and being unable to cope with the situation.
That's done. The actual case.
Yes, but no, because during that hearing, Trump made another jerk-off motion, but then he said it wasn't a jerk-off motion, so they need a quick hearing to determine how.
And then the actual case.
What case?
The hush money case.
Oh.
During the trial, it was clear that Trump was not going to receive any special treatment. The judge was not going to coddle him or allow him to get away with any nonsense. When Trump complained about the temperature, the judge responded with a quick-witted joke that put Trump in his place. It was evident that Trump was feeling the icy burns of the criticism and scrutiny that he was receiving from nearly every participant in the trial. Despite Trump's complaints, the judge refused to turn up the heat. This was a bold move, and it showed that the judge was not afraid to stand up to the former president. It was a reminder that in this courtroom, everyone was equal, and no one was above the law. As the trial continued, it became clear that Trump was becoming increasingly agitated. He started griping about other things, and it seemed like he couldn't handle the pressure. During Stormy Daniels' testimony, Trump lost his cool and started spouting off untrue nonsense. It was as if he couldn't handle the truth and was grasping at straws to try and save his reputation. There were even reports that Trump had become so angry during the Stormy Daniels testimony that he wanted to testify himself to explain everything. Of course, this was just another attempt to save face, and it was clear that he was not going to be allowed to do so. The judge had issued a gag order, and Trump was not allowed to talk about the case. In the end, it was clear that Trump was not going to get away with anything. The judge had shown incredible courage and determination, and it was evident that justice was going to be served. Despite Trump's attempts to derail the trial, the truth had prevailed, and the former president was held accountable for his actions. It was a victory for justice and a reminder that no one is above the law.
So we have another day of court in a freezing courthouse. It's very cold in there, on purpose, I believe. They don't seem to be able to get the temperature up. It shouldn't be that complicated, but we have a freezing courthouse, and that's fine. That's just fine. Let them keep handing it out. There's a rigged trial.
President Trump's recent claim that he cannot testify at his impeachment trial is completely false. It appears that he is doing everything in his power to avoid testifying because he knows that he might embarrass himself. However, the fact remains that he can testify if he chooses to do so. The decision is entirely up to him. Judge Juan Marchan's gag order only restricts Trump's statements outside of the courtroom. It does not prevent him from testifying in any way. This means that if he wants to clear his name and defend himself against the charges brought against him, he has the opportunity to do so. It is understandable that Trump may be hesitant to testify, as he may be afraid of the potential consequences of his words. However, if he truly believes in his innocence, he should take the opportunity to speak out and defend himself. After all, the impeachment trial is a crucial moment in American history, and the whole world is watching. It is important to remember that the impeachment trial is not just about Trump, but about the integrity of the American political system. If Trump chooses to testify, he will not only have the chance to defend himself, but also to demonstrate that the American system of justice is fair and impartial. On the other hand, if he continues to avoid testifying, it may raise further questions about his guilt and integrity. In conclusion, the decision to testify at the impeachment trial is entirely up to Trump. He should carefully consider the potential consequences of his actions and make a decision that is in the best interest of the country. Regardless of his choice, the impeachment trial will be a significant moment in American history that will shape the future of the country for years to come.
I'm not allowed to testify. I'm under a gag order. I guess, right? I can't even testify at all. I'm not allowed to testify because this judge, who's totally conflicted, has me under an unconstitutional gag order. Nobody's ever had.
It's no secret that the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, is embroiled in a legal battle with adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Daniels claims that she had an affair with Trump and that he paid her hush money to keep quiet about it. Trump has denied these allegations, but the case has been ongoing for quite some time now. Recently, there have been some interesting developments in the case. Trump's legal team has been attempting to prevent Daniels from testifying, but she finally got her chance to speak up this week. However, it seems that Trump himself was not willing to do the same. Many people are speculating that Trump is scared to testify and confront things in his own trial. Instead of admitting he has chosen to pretend that the judge has banned him from speaking up. This move has been met with ridicule from many, including Daniels herself. After she finished her testimony, Daniels took to social media to troll Trump and his legal team. She pointed out that real men respond to testimony by being sworn in and taking the stand in court. She then added a sarcastic, "Oh, wait, never mind," to emphasize the fact that Trump was not willing to do the same. Unsurprisingly, Trump and his legal team were not happy with Daniels' testimony. They filed a complaint claiming that it revealed too many private details. They then tried to twist the judge's gag order so that Trump could speak out about Daniels' testimony in public. However, the judge shut down both attempts, stating that if Trump wants to show his side of the story, he needs to provide evidence or speak for himself. Despite all of this, Daniels is still pushing for Trump to testify. Many people are curious to see if he will actually do it or not. After all, if he truly believes that he is innocent, why wouldn't he want to clear his name in court? Only time will tell what will happen next in this ongoing legal battle. The speculation surrounding whether or not Donald Trump will take the stand has left opinions divided and uncertain. While some are eagerly anticipating the possibility of the former president testifying, others believe that it is unlikely to happen at all. The anticipation has been both exciting and nerve-wracking, leaving many people wondering what will happen next. Despite the uncertainty, many people are still voicing their opinions on the matter. Some believe that Trump should testify to clear his name, while others argue that he should not be given the opportunity to speak. The debate has been intense, with both sides presenting compelling arguments. Regardless of what happens, it is clear that this situation has captured the attention of the public. People are eager to see how this will play out and what impact it will have on the political landscape. As the world waits for further developments, we can only speculate on what the future holds. In the meantime, we encourage you to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. And if you enjoy our content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. You can also check out our previous episodes by clicking the link provided. Thank you for watching, and we will be sure to keep you updated as this story unfolds.
Thank you.